Ai, papa, te whatitiri, hiko hiko te wira, ika napu ki te rangi, e whētuki ana ki raro nei, ki tēnei whakataetai 2020 Bunnings National Touch Championships. Welcome, my name is Te Aorere Pewhairangi, and joining me in the commentary box for this one, e hoa Maia no mai.
Hey brother, how's it going? Good to be back here with you. I don't know if it's morning or afternoon, this just crazy week.
Yeah, absolutely, and we have a huge game coming up in the open mixed grade between Whanganui and Auckland White. Both these teams are doing well.
Yeah, both of them have come through as one of the top two seeds in their pools from day one, and they're now into the championship rounds, and the team who comes up top here goes straight into the semi-finals tomorrow.
And I've been told you're also involved in this open mixed grade?
Yeah, I'm coaching the Thames Valley Open Mixed team. Auckland were in our pool yesterday. We had a draw with them in the first game of the tournament, and we just put them in points differential to be able to go through top of our pool, and they've gone through second.
So we see this Auckland side, they went through on day one draw with 2 wins, and we look over to this Whanganui side, yet to drop a game. They're looking good as well.
They're an incredible team. They're a team I really look forward to watching. They're a team that's real connected, a family, a whānau type team, and they're led by one of the best leaders I've seen in touch.
Yeah, absolutely, and we look at the number 7 for this Whanganui side. We had him in the commentary box at the Junior Nationals. Sean Brown brings a wealth of talent.
Sean Brown's just an incredible human, and I think that's the biggest asset he has to his leadership. People want to follow him, people want to look up to him, people want to be like him, so he's a great leader.
Yeah, as we hit the 2 minute, I've called it the 2 minute noodles this tournament, because we are sponsored by Indomie, but the 2 minute music has started today. This Auckland team, they've gone, I think they're looking for their 5th championship in a row, is that right?
Yeah, it is. They're an unbelievable team. They're a team that they're a two-way team. They good on attack, good on D. You know, if you're going to beat them, you have to play your best for 40 minutes, because they'll never beat themselves. They'll make sure you have to beat them. So this is going to be an incredible game.
Yeah, so we see Auckland in the white running from right to left. And we'll see a good tap off there. Nice positive run by the number 7. Rowlandson working alongside Lewis Nicol and Daniel Nicol in the middle there. They'll go to this short side, and that's a good start. Good defensive set there by Whanganui.
Yep, that's all you could ask for as the coach. D out the starter, and then good transition in down the other end.
So we see Whanganui making their way up the field. They'll sub off their defensive team to bring on some striking players, and it's come in the form of Paranihi. Jason Temara out there now. He'll go for the pick. Cut back short side. Even though they didn't score, that's a good set there by Whanganui.
Absolutely. If you don't score, you want to hand the ball over on the other team's scoreline. We see here, this is what my referees had on, 3 female referees and 3 high-quality female referees. Out on the field at the moment is Alicia Ruiti from Christchurch. She's been the top female referee in New Zealand for a very, very long time. And snapping at her heels is Courtney Hawke, who's over on the far side from the Marlborough area. And we've got Tennille, a home referee here in the Bay of Plenty in the trio as well.
Yeah, and a nice little dive there. Good call by the referee. We have one of the twins out there at the moment, working alongside Michael Coker and Jason Temara, who'll come out the back door here. Nice little easy left foot step. Jason Temara strikes for this Whanganui side.
How easy does it look? Those twins make everything look easy. Unfortunately, I had to play them in the secondary school finals 3 years ago, and they absolutely destroyed us. They're on slow motion. Everyone else looks like they're running around on a hot tin roof.
Yeah, and it's a nice finish there by Temara. As you mentioned, he is hot at the moment. Hotter than his Uncle Hori's Hangi Stones. But we see this Tamaki Makoto side hot on the attack. They come to this short side, and it's another short side stop there by this Whanganui defence.
Yeah, Whanganui seem to be really locked in to start the game. It's where they'd want to be.
Yeah, he's calling the touch there, Matthews, but the ref is going to give it.
Yeah, Lewis Nickel, easy try. Something out of nothing. Nothing's on, static play, fake pass back to his girls, goes outside and speed wins the day.
Yeah, and that's good experience there. Just some eyes up footy. Auckland draw it up. We're in for a big one.
We talk about Sean Brown being a leader. Lewis Nichols definitely the Auckland leader. We played him yesterday and he was in charge of everything. He's a fantastic player.
And we see Sean Brown out there now in the 7 jersey, working alongside Pōtaka Osborne Whanarere. Another one of the 20s out there. Sorry, I can't tell them apart, but here's a nice little pick play. And the nice right to left with the chopping winger.
Might be an early touch here. That winger did touch her, yes, but it might have been prior to getting the ball. That is a fantastic decision by the referees. Good teamwork. Sideline referee Alicia Ruti coming on to help out, but Tennille already had that one locked and loaded. That's a really good call, and well done by the Whanganui winger.
So, 5 stars to the referees, and also 5 stars for this nice long right to left. Good awareness by the winger there, just to come in off her line. We see Tamaki Makoto, they're back on the attack. Davidson there in the middle. They'll look to come back door for Rowlandson. He's got some speed and he's created something, but some beautiful defence out wide by Whanganui. They're going to give it.
That is a beautiful pass off the deck. It's so hard to do. No momentum, pick and flick. Accurate pass, didn't go forward. Winger holding her space. Easy try in there. And here we see second phase play. Number 15 from Auckland, off the deck. Beautiful pass, not a defender in sight. A little bit of a juggle just to make it interesting. And a great try there by number 3, Madison Lusby.
So we see Kelly Holtham out there now, working alongside Kahurere Moa Aki. Some nice yards here. As we see some good attack from this Whanganui side. They look to go to this dingo play again, and a second phase play. Easy off the deck pass. Maya, some good touch out there.
Yes, if you can do it, I can do it better. As we just seen, Auckland scored off a second phase play, and Whanganui there's probably more intentional. Went down again, started off with a 33 play, went short, second phase, off to the link. Again, no defender in sight, and a nice try here.
And with your refereeing background, it's good to see that the refs are really opening up this game, being very generous with their 5 metres, allowing both teams to get a flow on here and really express themselves. Here's another dingo play. They go to the short side. What are they going to call? Recount here.
6 again, and again, good teamwork. The on-field referee not quite sure, looking to the sideline, and they gave it a 6 to go signal, so it's good. Again, good teamwork. Yeah, good 5s is everything. You ask a player what they want. On attack, they'll say big 5s. On defence, they won't. But actually, what the viewers want is big 5s, so we can see this beautiful touch we've seen so far. Little backdoor play, nicely shut down by the link. Number 2 from Whanganui, Tian.
Yeah, we see the 2 Nickel boys out there now. Little old school Walters coming into it, but B-Man apologising for his hard touch and also saying, no, I was one of the ones who made up that move, mate. We see another 32 platform here.
Forward pass off the ruck. Just getting their timing wrong, Auckland there. Good call from the refs. B-Man, that B might stand for bully after that last touch. I was actually looking for him when he was out there. He looks like one of the young bucks. I had to check the number to see it was actually him.
Yeah, he's in good nick there, B-Man. Talked it up a lot at the Nationals, at the Junior Nationals. Now he's out there embodying it. He's putting his words into action. As we see some nice yards here. Tire out. Paranihi back on now. Te Mara working alongside Holtham. Te Mara comes to the short side. Identifying the mismatch there, but they will be called back for the 5th touch.
It's Good hustle there by Short Will Cox, the left-hand link for Auckland.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Te Mara, bit of frustration there, throws the ball away. Gives it penalty to this Auckland side, so they'll make their way up the field here. Bring on some fresh legs. Nice little Winiana hit. Little move. Wink link.
Wink link.
Sorry. Link wing, I'm supposed to say, as we see Whanganui making their way up the field. They got some nice looping play here from Koka, but unfortunately it will be called back. What was that called?
I'm just waiting to see what the signal is here. She pointed to someone in the heading off to the sub box. Holding. So it looks like as they've done their yards, the person rolling the ball has held the defender in.
Bit of gamesmanship there with a more experienced Whanganui side, but the ref was up to it. So see, Nathan has got plenty of pace, very dangerous with that back door. And just moving them from side to side here, Auckland. As we go to this 32 long, and it's just speed. Koka's calling the touch there.
Can't say the body language of that link was totally convincing there. I think he was hoping more than believing. The touch was good. Whanganui now in transition. See what their yards are like. Yards are really important in this mixed grade. All teams in this mixed grade are full of talent in terms of attacking talent. There's not a shortage of that. The teams who are winning, the teams who are dominating, they're the teams with the better yards. And we can see both of these teams very good yards, and no surprise that they've come through to the championship sector.
Yeah, so some good transition play for this Whanganui side. Let's see if they can capitalise here. They're up 1, just under 10 minutes gone. They have their main man out there at the moment, Sean Brown. Mike, I'll get you to chime in there.
So just not putting your body over the ball. At a roll ball, you must ensure that your torso goes over the ball. B-man obviously trying to get a quick split, has just placed the ball in front of him, step to the side without getting that torso over.
It's good to have some refereeing experience here in the box. So we see Auckland making their way up the field now. Nickel, just a little tip on. They look to set up for their scoop here. They go to the open side. There's plenty of space out there. And these nice little checks are just stealing them those extra yards. Mismatch on the right there. They come back this way. And a nice little flick. 3-on-2 option here. One last pass, but the defence is up to it. That's some good play there by Auckland.
Yeah, both teams excellent hustle from Whanganui on filling the gaps in to the inside player, and good draw and pass and flick-ons from Auckland.
Whanganui now making their way up the field. Look to get some fresh legs on. Beautiful driving play there.
If there's one thing he's known for, Mr. Brown, is his yards and his defence, and you've just seen it there. Getting those extras, heads down. Instead of getting 7, he gets 10. Beautiful yards by Sean.
So Te Mara with a flick there to Paranehi. And that's some good experience here to kill the ball on the far side. They knew they're not going to break the defensive line, so they get the second best thing, and that's to play the ball on the far end. And here's an early scoop by this Auckland attack. Playing with a lot of confidence out there at the moment, Auckland.
Yeah, both teams. They're definitely not short of confidence, either of those teams, and nor should they be. The amount of success that they both had, particularly in the mixed grade, they can deserve to have that level of confidence.
Yep, so just 8 minutes to go in this first half. Auckland hot on the attack here. They'll look to run this dingo play once more. Nice, beautiful right to left. But the ref is going to call it back.
Sideline referee was happy with it, but the on-field referee wasn't. Good confidence there by Courtney to be able to make that call.
Whanganui chewing the yards up down the field now as they get some fresh legs on. Liking the way that they're bringing their girls into this match. It is a mixed game, so to conserve a bit of energy for the guys, get everyone involved. Beautiful right foot step there. Unfortunately, the last pass didn't stick.
There was really nothing on there, just a simple draw him in, whack him out, and unfortunately the pass didn't stick. Auckland got away with one there. Let's see how they go here on their yards. Good little check. Whanganui play on the ruck. 3 to go. They'll look to set back up into the middle. Probably a scoop on the end of this.
You see Peters out there now, working alongside Davison. That's not a bad set there.
No, not at all. They probably would have wanted to finish on this side and on the 5, but it's the third best thing.
So you see both of them out there now. Get some fresh legs on.
Like most teams, Whanganui obviously got their pods, and the Twins are obviously in different pods. I wouldn't be surprised if we get down to the last few minutes of the game, if it's tight, that we might see them out there together, particularly on attack.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of attack, Whanganui with a nice pass out to this link. But I've been very impressed with the recovery of this Auckland defence.
Yeah, that's a good set by Auckland. And again, the discipline by Whanganui to finish on the right side of the field. It's these little things that make it hard for the opposition. And over the course of 40 minutes, it's the thing that can make the difference.
So you see Mia out there now, working alongside Short Wilcox. With some fresh legs on. And it's a nice scoop. And here's the speedster. Easy as that. Nathan Rowlandson. It was a nice platform there off the thumb.
It was all about the platform, as you see here. Number 9, George, comes in, beautiful drive, beats the defender. So now we're playing 6 on 5. Made it really simple for Nathan. Gets through. George follows through. Easy try. George deserved that one.
Yeah, and we talk about touch being a game of momentum. No doubt this Whanganui side will look to stop the shift. As we see a few of the key strikers out there now. They'll look to get Te Mara involved here. No, they go back the short side. Good to get there. Girl in the middle to create that mismatch. And easy as that, Whanganui strike back.
Whanganui, all their tries have come on that left-hand side of the field, well, mainly their left-hand side of the field. They brought the girl into the middle of the field, trying to make a bit more of a stronger side on the left-hand side. Simple quickie, hitting the link. Auckland were a little bit too tight. So I think if I was the coach of Auckland, they'd probably address this at half-time. But you notice they've been very tight, really focused on their right-hand side on their defence, leaving that link space. That wing is just being a little bit disconnected, or they obviously got a policy where they just stay out on the wing, leaving that link channel open. Whanganui have done a great job of exposing that, and I wouldn't be surprised if Auckland fix that in the second half.
Yeah, as we see Auckland, easy as that mismatch, identifying the Gill link, and he's been hot early on in this match.
Whole point of the game is to create mismatch in the link's grade and the mixed grade.
Sorry, I started that trend there, Hoa.
And there we see it happen again. Number 7, Nathan Robertson. Just a quickie on the outside. Boy versus girl, beats her and scores in the corner.
So we have Coca back out there now, working alongside number 8, Aki. She's been heavily involved in this one early on. Sean Brown now. They come to this dingo and a nice right foot step, and there you said it again. They're getting in that lane to shut down that pass to that link. And Whanganui are really identifying that at the moment, and they're looking to go to that link play.
Solid set out by Auckland. Set up play. In for a scoop.
Oh, and that's beautiful play. What are they going to call it? Yeah, they're going to give that. And that's a nice little finish there. Classy touch by Tama Hawken. Just an easy catch pass as we see the SAS Sport replay. He catches it on an outline. Not too sure if they drifted forward, but
I plead the fifth on that.
So we see Auckland take the lead now. Ahead of Whanganui. Not out of it. So we see this backdoor play. Paranihi. They're going back to that link on the left side there. They found a bit of success in the first half. Just under 2 minutes to play here. We see Te Mara in a nice dive. Unfortunately, Auckland defence was up to it, so here they are here making their way up the field. This could be one of their last sets of the game, so they'll look to capitalise. It's been a good real tussle out there, good arm wrestle, and there's a nice platform there by this Auckland side. Nickel and Nathan working together again, and we've been talking about that platform for Nathan Rowlandson out there.
Yeah, it's been two real different styles of games for me watching here. Auckland getting a lot of their tries off the back of their yards and simply off W's. They're breaking down the defence. The two middles seem to be both turning into the middle of the field rather than having one person on that person. And then as soon as they're breaking it down, Auckland are picking the right option to give it to the person who's free. Whereas we look at Whanganui, they get down to the other end and a lot of their tries are coming off their play on the line here.
Yeah, as we see Te Rokena Matthews, it's good to see him back in the Whanganui top. I remember coming up in the grades, he had a deadly left foot step. So it's good to see him back in the blue and white, and they go to that link again. But good adjusting by this Auckland side to stop that attack.
Let's see if Whanganui can stop Auckland here, if they can get themselves in better positions and be stronger at the touch, particularly on the fifth, where Auckland have scored their last 3 tries against Whanganui.
Auckland on now. On the attack. I look to set up a platform here for Davison. No, and it's another easy try. No, they called the touch. And like you just said, they're just rolling out there.
Yeah, it does look like that. It didn't look like that in the first 5 minutes, but definitely the last 10, it's been a lot like that.
So that's the hooter for the first half. Auckland lead Whanganui 6 points to 4 in this open mixed grade. I guess we'll start with this Whanganui side. They're not out of it.
Oh, far from it. When they get down on the line, they're pretty lethal. They've probably executed at least 50% of their cracks down on the line. I just think and it's an easy fix, I imagine, is their defence, particularly on the last. Auckland are coming on the 4th touch. They're setting up the 5th. They seem to be 2 Whanganui players up making the touch, and at that point, Auckland are having their way with them. I have no doubt that the Master Sean Brown will be in there ensuring that they fix that up.
Absolutely, and I feel this, you coming in to commentate this one is a strategic play by you as a coach in this open mixed grade. Moving on to this Auckland side, not a lot that needs to be said in the box.
Yeah, again, probably just a little fix in terms of their right-hand side of the defence, not leaving that link channel so exposed, or if they are going to leave it exposed, maybe trying to get in that passing lane a little bit more, as that's where Whanganui has scored most of their tries. Strategic, I think you can be strategic till the cows come home, but ultimately you've got to take care of what you've practiced over the last 16 weeks and make sure you worry about you and get your job done right as a team. You can know as much as you want about the other team, but if you don't execute your own game plan, you're no hope.
Yeah, absolutely. So we see these two teams as they look to make minor changes in this halftime. I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors, Bunnings Warehouse in Domi, New Zealand, One Foundation, SAS Sports, and Silver Fern Sport. We have a huge tournament. This is day 2 of the 2020 Bunnings National Touch Championships. 77 teams across 12 grades over 3 days. with 272 games all up over the weekend. Now, there's a lot of touch to be played.
Oh, so much more touch to go. Feels like we've been here for a week and it feels like there's a week left. Just want to, while we got a break here, talk about the referees. The mixed grade is probably the second fastest grade here at the Nationals, and there's about 8 to 9 different grades here. We've got 3 female referees out here, and they are doing an absolutely sensational job. The hardest part of the game is managing the 5 metres. They're keeping massive fives, as we can see by the game going from end to end. And not only are they big, they're well managed, they're well controlled. They've been really accurate. There's been a couple of different situations pop up in the game in terms of the early touch, and they've been right on the money to make the right decisions. So these 3 female referees here are fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. And I go back to your words from the Junior Nationals. The best refs are the ones you don't notice. So they have been generous with their fives. It's really opening up this game and allowing these players just to really express their talents out there on the pitch. Hooter's gone. Whanganui will get the first strike in the second half. It'll come in the form of Matthews, working in the middle there with Holtham. So they'll look to come to this backdoor play, and there was a nice little switch there. Unfortunately, there was a minor slip and a bit of a timing issue. So we see Auckland now. It's a good start from them for the second half, and as I say, good start here. The commentator's curse strikes again.
Whanganui will really want to be accurate here and put one on the board, close it up to just one, get their confidence back. Just an easy cookie here. If you can see the Auckland defence in the wide shot, you can see they're really congested over on this right side, really leaving that left-hand side quite open. Might be their play, probably is. It'll be interesting to see if Whanganui go back and attack there.
Yeah, it's important to control the field possession, and Whanganui, there was an opportunity there and an easy open side pass. Unfortunately, the diving catch.
Auckland have made a bit of a shift in the first half. Their girl link was playing on the left-hand side, and this half that girl link is now playing on the right-hand side. So they've obviously noticed that they were getting beaten in that space, and they've tried to fix it in this manner. It'll be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah. Tribute to the good coaching skills of Sean Brown, player coach at the moment, but we see Nathan there. He's their go-to on the back of their yards, that power scoop. You know he has a lot of wheels, and it's a good finish there by Auckland, just killing the ball on this side of the field, making Whanganui work to get to their sub-box. As we see Sean Brown out there now. Good little play there, showing some experience, just to tip it on, get some extra yards. Te Mara's back out there now.
I'm not sure if it's fatigue or if it's nerves, but we've had 5 sets and 5 turnovers in terms of 4 of them being drop balls, and we just had a penalty there. So a few errors creeping in at the start of the second half. The team who fixes that up first, good chance of getting on top.
Yeah, absolutely. Touch is a simple game. So we see Auckland hot on the attack here. They'll look to come to this backdoor play, but they're going to be called back for an offside. Sorry, not an offside, off the mark. Back with this Whanganui side. They make their way up the field. They'll get some fresh numbers on here. With a penalty, I'm not too sure what that was for.
Offside
Maya.
penalty there. The Auckland link was in front of the referee, making a touch. Whanganui here with a good chance. 6 touches from halfway. You know, we want to execute and finish this one off.
Yeah, and you see the danger men out there now for Whanganui. Jason Te Mara. They'll look to come back to this open side with a diving touch. Some good defence there from Auckland.
That's the 4th. We've got 2 to go. See what Whanganui set up here.
So they come to the same duo Oh, and the ref is going to let him go through. But the defensive line, once again, offside. They're going to be pulled back.
Yeah, Auckland's left link, number 1. James Davison was just offside there. You could hear the ref calling them offside and giving the advantage to the Whanganui team, telling them to play through. Nothing come from it, so they've gone back to a fresh 6.
So we see Coca out there with a beautiful right foot step. As we call the low percentage plays, these wasters at the start. Oh, nice tricks out. Unfortunately, the pass by Sean Brown to Tyrone Holtham couldn't quite stick, so we see some good defence out there by this Auckland side. They'll look to get back into the grind here, get some fresh legs on, complete some sets. See Nickel and that nice little bounce out play. Come into it just to steal those extra yards. Good platform here. They go to that quickie with a step back. And it's great defence by the Gill link there.
It's a good set by Auckland. This first time they haven't turned the ball over in a set. And it was really started by Johnson Peters. That first yard he got 15 to 20 metres in that first line. Really set them up so they could finish down the right end of the field.
Napier now getting involved with the carries. Aki also in there. So you see Rokena Matthews. Haven't seen a lot of him. We'll watch him on this first quickie play. They'll come out to this side, to this left side. But that's good proactive defence there by this Auckland side. Tamahawken out there now. They'll get a penalty. Whanganui. So they're in prime real estate at the moment. They're down 4 points to 6. So if they can strike this one back, look to come this open side with a second phase play. And it's an easy touchdown in the corner. Whanganui, 5 points to 6.
They really needed that one. They've had a couple of cracks down there, been unsuccessful. But this time, excellent play. Second phase play. Winger held his space. Beautiful pass. Easy try.
Yeah, I didn't catch the number of the link there for Whanganui, but it's a nice play just to dump the ball and just walk forward just to get out of the way for a nice pass off the deck. Whanganui hit back. Game on in the second half. We're down to a 1 point margin. Whanganui will look to D out this set. So, some good composure out there by Nathan Rowlandson, and it's just easy as that. We've talked about his speed, just a turn of pace, making it look easy out there.
Nothing on, slow, just going to probably get a quickie. The touch wasn't made. Gilver's boy, number 7 from Auckland, too much pace.
And we see these mixed players who have been playing in this mixed grade for many years. They almost have the same team year after year, just identifying some weaknesses in this Whanganui defence. They look to come to this backdoor play. V-man, second phase. Looks like it's been a set move. Nice little right foot step. Whanganui hit back with some beautiful play, Maya.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I'm not sure it was called. It was just everyone playing what was in front of them. Eyes up footy. Back to Sean Brown. He was going down. Probably was originally going to be a quickie. Threw it back out. Steps inside. Stays in support. And a beautiful try there. Aki's been really one of the dominant female players of this game so far. You can see why she's in that girl link spot.
So, we see Auckland. They're back on their line. Now, they look to spread the field here. Nickel creating some space in the middle there. Working with Davison.
See a real change in the dynamics of this game. There wasn't as many scoreline penalties in the first half. Teams are willing to get up and defend, whereas now they're really holding off.
Does that come down to fatigue or change of patterns? What's that come down to?
I absolutely think fatigue is one of them, but also trying to make it harder for the attacking lineups.
Oh, and that is a good finish there by this Auckland side. A nice sequence of players. We see the Uffy replay. They went back to the quickie play. Nice little left foot. And it was just hands from there. A bit late with the shutting there. But it's good play, Auckland. They extend their lead to 2 points. So, as you predicted, Ehoa, the two twins are out there. No doubt they've practiced these moves in the backyard their whole life. So we see Temara, he'll come down the Dingo with that passive link. And it's a beautiful play there, but an even better touch from this Auckland defence. They get rewarded with a penalty here, Whanganui. So they go back-to-back sets.
The captain from Auckland giving a bit of chip to one of the Whanganui players, and then the ref being chili bin.
They have an overlap on that right-hand side, and it's a nice dive. And Whanganui will be rewarded for their positive attack.
We got 10 minutes to go, just under 10 minutes to the second half. I think we'll see the Twins on together, particularly on attack, and probably not so much on defence for the rest of this game.
Yeah, they're known for their striking prowess. I think he sold it quite well there. But
that part of the black line over in that corner must be a little bit more of a width than everywhere else.
So, but he sold it. Did the slam dunk dive with the flick back to halfway. So we see this Whanganui side look to stop, look to get a stop here. But yeah, it's that good consistency out there by the referees, Ehoa.
Yeah, the defences here were sending one up, and then when they're checking off, they're pushing and pulling. But with that, you must stay up until the touch is made, so you can't just drop back and get set.
So, bit of razzle-dazzle here from the young fella, Nickel.
Trying to take on the Superman Brown.
Like I said before, Sean Brown is in good nick out there, but we see a beautiful right to left. But the ref will call it back. Forward pass. No, touch pass. So, it's a good play there. Defensive set there by Whanganui to stop the ping pong. They'll look to yards this out, complete this set, and just create a bit of grind, bit of a momentum shift. Just under 8 minutes to go in the second half. They have Coca out there now, going to the scoop. Little fumble in the ruck.
Auckland in no hurry here. They know they're up by one, just getting themselves set. They want to make sure that they can at least finish down the other end and have good control of the ball.
Yeah, some good experience out there by this Auckland side, just to dictate the play, dictate the pace. They look to go to this far side, open up the field. See this retreating Whanganui defence now allowing easy yards for this Auckland team. Hawken out there now. Nice little right foot stick by Davison. Some good defence by Whanganui. So it's real arm wrestle out there at the moment. Waiting for a spark or an error.
This is some great yards here. This is probably the best set from Whanganui. They'd hope to keep the momentum going through all the way to the line. Just a little bit halted there. Twins back on again together.
Yeah, working alongside Jason Temara.
Definitely the best set. Would have loved to finish, but those first three touches had Auckland really going on the back foot. Unfortunately, their momentum got a little bit halted on the fourth, but still finished in the right end of the field.
We've spoken about platforms, and a good attacking play comes off the back of some good yards and some good flow there by the Whanganui. Just like their river, we see Auckland now coming back on here. Looking to make some good yards. Nathan again. He's just lightning out there at the moment.
As Brownie would say, showing more toe than a jandal. Number 7, Nathan Rollinson, he's just got way too much speed. He should be sin bin for being so fast, to tell you the truth.
So we see the replay here, and he makes it look so easy. Oh, must be nice to be that fast.
And that skinny. Kelly Hotham sort of sold himself in there, went in for a hard touch to try and disrupt the ruck. He probably got himself out of position a little bit at that touch, and therefore he was a yard or two behind when Nathan Rollinson got him on the outside.
So Whanganui here, back with that combo. Bernard Matthews, Sean Brown, Aaron Paranihi also involved. They'll come to this back door. Matthews and a nice little inside play. A bit of a tricky gamesmanship there by B-Man.
Yeah, I'd love to see the replay. I'm not sure we're going to catch it. But if we do, I'm sure that B-Man will have probably an Auckland defender just held on his back here. Comes in, gets in front of him. The opposition would call that a block play. B-Man would call that exactly what he was trying to do.
And is that legal?
No, it's not. You can't be ahead of the ball and take out a defender.
Okay, so we see a bit of experience, a bit of gamesmanship there from this Whanganui side. Nice dingo play down the lane there, left to right. The defence is up to it, so Auckland, they look to extend their lead now. Just over 4 minutes to play. They don't want to let this Whanganui side back into it. So we see a nice little cut play there. Unfortunately, the last pass didn't stick. So we see Koka making some yards here for this Whanganui side. Pōtaka Osborne whanarere.
I think one of the things that most viewers, and probably if they don't play in the mixed grade, won't understand is that most of the wingers on these teams, particularly that aren't on the sub-box side of their own team, will play the whole game without having a subs. And while they might think they just run up and catch the ball, actually playing on the wing, particularly defensively, is one of the hardest positions. So these female wingers that are in the mixed grade do an incredible job by playing the whole game, communicating the whole time, and then making the right decisions on defense.
Absolutely. We have some true athletes out there making it look easy and making it look effortless. So we see a nice little short side play there. This Auckland side just have their systems in play.
Absolutely, and they're milking the cow until it runs dry. Nathan Rollinson just quickly, he's getting on the outside of the defender. He's faster than anyone out there, and whatever the defence reacts to him, he makes the right decision after that. Unfortunately, the winger for Whanganui just defending behind the line, which meant that the Auckland winger could score right at her feet. Whanganui probably really need a score here. Still got plenty of time to go, just over 2.5 minutes. Just creeped out to two touchdowns behind. If they score here, do a big defensive set, they'll be right in it.
Yeah, and then again, that lifting link, just getting in the lane there, stopping that last pass. It was a nice little play there by Whanganui.
Didn't see the tape on the Auckland 6 earlier. Just got held up in there. Referee said he's onside. Be interesting to see if they're attacking him because that tape's been put on his right knee. Might have a bit of an issue there.
Yeah, some good eyes up footy there just to identify some weaknesses in the defence. So we see B-Man drawing 2 defenders up. It's pointing to the refs. Unfortunately, is that Ford off the ruck? They've been consistent with their call, Ehua.
Yeah, off the ruck they have. It's probably an easier one to call, I guess, when you're the on-field referee. You're looking at the position of the body, even though the pass is forward only out of the direction it comes out of the hand. You can still get a pretty good gauge on where the passer and where the catcher are.
Auckland now, they look to extend their lead late in this one. Also look just to complete their sets. They'll come to this backdoor play. No, they'll go short side. And it's just another gaping hole just some experience in the mixed grade, just looking at that mismatch.
Yep, absolutely. That's what the whole game's about. That's what they'll be practicing every time they play it. That's what they'll be trying to do, create that mismatch on the girl link side. Boy on girl, and walking for an easy one there. There must be something about that left-hand corner going downhill, because that's where pretty much all the tries have been scored on that way of the field.
Yeah, not only by Auckland, but also in that first half, Whanganui were camping up down there.
Ooh.
Bit generous there, but we see coming back down the lane, Te Rōkena Matthews out there now, along with Pōtaka Osborne Whanarere. Another twins, Tyrone. He'll go for the 32 pick, and the nice dummy, good hold up of the ball. But that'll do it, Maya.
Yes, 11-8 to Auckland. This has just made this pool really, really interesting. Now, Whanganui played Otago this morning and got up against them. I believe Whanganui got up against them. Auckland have just beat Whanganui, and now Auckland will go in to play Otago. So we could have everyone beats everyone and loses to everyone at the same time. So points for and against will be big here.
Okay, so it's really heating it up in this open mixed grade. Auckland take this one over Whanganui here at the 2020 Bunnings Warehouse Touch National Championships.